Hey guys, I am DM Zone. This is Gamers Oasis. Let's get into it. So in this video, we're going to talk about one of the more classic spells that actually refers back to Chainmail, called Invisibility. This truly classic spell has some of the old school charm that we all love about these original D&D spells. For example, the power of it is that it doesn't actually require touch to be able to cast a spell. It can be cast up to 240 feet away or 24 inches on the sand table. This statement is not just massive that it can be cast at range, but it can be cast on a person or a thing. There is no description of how big a thing could be, so I would say probably human size. I would also say that if an object is run into, person or thing, that it'd be as if it was attacking and then would break its invisibility. Looking closer at the chainmail rules, though, which this spell refers back to, it talks about sprites having minor air distortions and shadows. This seems oddly specific to sprites, maybe because of the nature of their thing. I wouldn't necessarily say this is an all thing, but what I would say is it opens the door to the differences and nuances that an alert, aware target could have or subject could have about noticing the fact that there's someone invisible around them. When talking about elves and fairy, it says they cannot attack unless someone has the ability to detect them. So they can be detected while invisible. Now, it says in Chainmail that dragons can see invisible targets up to 15 inches. That would for sure be detecting them. But it also says that wraiths and superheroes with an unknown range are able to detect them as well. I would say that is probably due to their ability to see into the underworld or the life force or that type of thing in the case of the wraith, or in the case of the superhero, their martial prowess and being able to navigate these situations better, making someone like a Conan be able to detect a stalking wizard who's trying to avoid conflict. How sword and sorcery of them. So outside of the use for this spell, could start having non-typical responses, shall we say. Hiding treasure in plain sight, making a door invisible or turning an object invisible so that it looks like it's no longer there. What happens when you look through the door or that object? Maybe it's a picture frame. Do you see a static image of the wall or the hallway behind it? Or do you see what the magic user or elf believes would be happening on the other side? How closely does this fall into that classification I kind of covered when I was talking about Phantasmal Force Spell? The illusion. You know, does it share a lot of the same qualities? Does it sit in the same place on your table? I think a lot of these are things you're going to have to discuss and go over with your party. Classic to original Dungeons and Dragons, there could be a lot more details that are given in this spell, other than just making reference to a completely different game system in Chainmail. I would say it would be hard or nearly impossible for a person to last over 24 hours without having their invisibility broken. This wasn't necessarily meant to be stacked days and days and days so the entire party could hide. However, I wouldn't necessarily remove that from the players themselves. I would come to some sort of agreement to what that means at the table so that everyone is aware before trying to take some sort of action with this spell. So let me know, guys. Did I get this one right? Did I get this one wrong? How would you guys do it? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll be doing more videos like these often. Let me know which one you guys want me to do next. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.